Hey everybody, this is Sensei here at Game Over. Once again, just killing time with my live stream. So hopefully I have some people getting on and interested in talking, asking questions, or anything really. Anything at all. I've got a few topics I want to talk about. And then I'll show some comics that I dug out of my stash. Um, those of you who are joining in, thank you very much. Jess, it's good to see you. Tina, it's good to see you as well. And Goober's in the house. How you doing, Goober? All right, so I'll not keep you guys waiting. I was waiting to get a few more people in the room. And Jess, I miss you too. I hope you and Scott are doing well. I was going to come by and see you guys. Well, I was going to come by and see Scott because I'm craving a pork taco. So I'm definitely going to visit Scott soon. And Goober, I'm glad you're doing well, man. I'm very glad. I'm glad you're doing well. All right, let's get on with a couple of topics. First, I want to talk about animazement. If you guys don't know what animazement is, I think I mentioned this in my last live stream, but animazement is one of the biggest anime conventions on the East Coast. And I mentioned that we were going there to do, my judo team was going there to do a judo demonstration. And I'm going to tell you guys sort of a quick story, but just give you guys a quick update on what happened at Animazement or with Animazement. So we've been going to Animazement for several years now, and before COVID, of course, I had a big judo team, a huge judo team, and we would go to Animazement, and all of my students, most of them were experienced, so all of them would come up with their own skits, and I would critique their skits, add to it, and help them improve it a bit. And each year we would do our little demo. Well, this year I've got a lot of new students, and some who aren't as experienced. And unfortunately, they didn't take this demo quite as seriously as I would have liked them to. I gave them an opportunity to come up with skits, and some either just weren't as interested, and some didn't, just weren't as skilled enough to come up with their own skits, and some didn't come to class to practice enough. So I was very skeptical going into this demo. Very skeptical. However, and one of my more experienced students he's a teenager now. Gavin, how you doing, bud? Stay on because I'm going to mention stuff about OAM. But anyway, one of my more experienced students is a teenager now. And you know how teenagers are some teenagers, not all, but some teenagers. He didn't want to go to Animazement. He thought it wouldn't help him look cool. He was like, I don't want to be looked at as a nerd. All this crazy stuff. Even though I consider myself a nerd, and I think I'm still pretty cool. Or at least I hope so. At least some people tell me I'm still pretty cool. So it is possible to, be a cool nerd. And so I tried to explain this to him, but he was like, I'm not going. Then the day before, the practice before Animazement, he decided he wanted to go. And then he got there, and he saw all these people in costume and all these people, in their element. And he was like, Sensei, nope, never again. This is my last one. And so, me, I'm like, just shut up and do the demo. It's not about you, it's about the team. That kind of thing. And so we did the demo, and this kid, everybody actually had a blast. When they saw how the audience reacted, when they saw, and this happens every year, but they saw how the audience reacted. They saw how we interacted with the audience, and the enthusiasm of audience participation and things like that. They had a ball. So I'm pretty sure I won't have the same problems next year. Um, but when we were invited back to Animation, we've already been invited back. So I do plan on going next year. But if you didn't get a chance to go, it was a pretty awesome event. If you didn't get a chance to see the Bushido Judo School demo, you missed a good one. And yeah, so try to make it out next year, and I guess we'll see you there. All right, so that's one of the things I want to talk about. The other thing I want to talk about is our my band on a Monday. So I'm still looking for some permanent members. And the cool thing is, I have a lot of musicians who like helping out, who like playing with us, and that's really cool. They enjoy, some of the type of songs we cover. However, I want to try to step it up a notch on a Monday, and I'm looking for permanent members, and I'm looking for dedicated people. I'm looking to have practices, a couple times a week if possible, or maybe even once a week at least, um, or at least more often, not a day or two before the performances, um, and not one practice before the performance. But I'm looking to find more dedicated people. I'm looking to find people who can help write music, people who want to be in the band, people who are okay with playing not all hardcore songs because I don't have a metal voice. So I know most of the bands that I have play here are a little more hardcore. And so when we play, people aren't quite as enthusiastic or quite as active as they are when the metal starts. But we still get compliments, and that's good enough for me. Um, I do this because I enjoy music, I enjoy singing it, and I enjoy having my own band. So that's the reason why I do it. It's supposed to be about having fun. If you do it for anything else, then sometimes it kind of gets muddied along the way. But so I've got couple of people who reached out who are interested, and I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about getting some practices started. I've got a list of songs that I want to do whenever we do our next performance, and yeah, I'm just pretty excited about on a Monday. So keep supporting us, guys. Keep supporting on the Monday. Keep supporting all the bands, actually. Keep supporting Musicon, and we'll see what we can make happen. And as soon as we start back up with our Musicon revival, um, I've got to ask a few bands if they want to play. I still got to talk with City Hall and the fire marshal and the building inspector at City Hall. So wish us luck on that. Um, the shop is looking pretty good. Shop is looking nice, but you guys know how people can be. Um, looking nice doesn't always cut it. But we'll see what happens. Speaking of which, um, I am in the process of starting up a fundraiser for Game Over. Um, as you guys know, as our regular customers know, um, our air conditioner unit is not working properly right now. So we are looking to get it fixed. So I'm going to do a fundraiser. I wasn't going to do a fundraiser at first. But I've had a lot of people again who reached out, and thank you guys for reaching out. I appreciate it because it lets me know that you guys care about what I do and what I try to offer the community. So I really appreciate you guys reaching out. But we had a lot of people, well, a few people who reached out and said, start a fundraiser. We'll share it. We'll add to it. And so I am looking to start a fundraiser to get us an AC unit. And I talked to a couple of people who work for a AC company, and they said I should probably try to raise about $6,000 because our AC unit is on the roof, and so the labor alone is going to be a challenge. But anything is possible. I believe that, and so I'm going to remain hopeful. And the community has always been supportive, no matter what I do. So just know that getting an AC unit will help me be able to help the community more, because we can do more events indoors in the shop and offer more activities and things like that. So I'm really excited about trying to get that up and running, get that fundraiser up and running, to get us a new AC unit. Um, what else do I have to talk about? Oh, yeah. I am going to start a esports team, a video game team. Now, as some of you also know, I used to be on an esports team, and it was a lot of fun. It was very, what is the word I'm looking for? It was very therapeutic for me, because as you know, over the past few years, I've been through a lot of stuff. So having an esports team or being on the esports team was very therapeutic. A lot of people call me childish because I read comic books and play video games, but um, I don't care. I'm an adult. I can do what I want. That's how it works. As long as I'm a responsible adult and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I could care less how people feel about my therapeutic activities. But anyway, so I'm going to start an esports team. The one that I was on kind of fell apart and disbanded. And what made me want to start my own team is number one, I know I'd be a little bit more dedicated to it. Number two, the people who were on the other esports team that I was on have messaged me, and there were some of them. Well, let's just say some of them also use it as a therapeutic outlet. They like having friends that they could play with whenever they wanted. They like being on the team. They liked having people to communicate with. Um, and it was just a lot of fun for them. And so I want to start it back up and give people the opportunity to commit to create another community within a community within a community within a community within all the other communities I've created. And all of these things go hand in hand, by the way, people. Everything that I do goes hand in hand. My judo school, um, in connection with my comic shop, in connection with my musicon, in connection with my esports. All of this stuff goes hand in hand, to some degree. So that's why I keep doing it. So I'll be, as soon as I come up with a name. Oh, that's what I want to do. I'm struggling coming up with a name for my esports team. So I'm looking for people to offer suggestions, because I'm really struggling, and that's saying a lot for me because I'm usually pretty creative when it comes to creating something or coming up with a name or some kind of activity or event or something. I'm usually incredibly creative, but for some reason I'm having a hard time struggling. I'm struggling with this a name for my esports team. Um, we will have a Discord for everybody to communicate on. By the way, I have a Discord, but I need to come up with a name for this team. So if you guys have any suggestions for a name, and I want it to be something cool. So I'm not just going to accept every name, of course, that people offer me. I'm not going to just accept the first one. I'm going to analyze them and maybe even use them to help me come up with a name. But I want a very, very, very cool name. So if anybody has any ideas or suggestions, please shoot them my way, and I will. I'll be greatly appreciative. All right, Chris Westbrooks, how you doing, bud? I didn't even speak to you when you got on. My apologies, if you're still there. All right, I'm going to show some comics that I pulled out, and I'm going to show some comics that I pulled out, and hopefully, um, some of them will interest you guys. Some of them are not for sale yet, but oh, that's another thing. Good lord. This summer, and that's like within a couple of weeks, I'm going to start doing my live auctions again, my live comic book auctions again. So just be on the lookout for that. For those of you who are interested in buying collectible comics, please just be on the lookout for that. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how I want to do it. I'm not sure if I want to do it like I'm doing this. I'm not sure if I want to do it on Whatnot. I'm not sure if I want to do it on Instagram or if I want to do it all three. But Whatnot was a very good platform. I got off of it because I had to deal with some other stuff. But yeah, I am. Definitely going to start that back up. Also, my shop's hours are going to change soon. Since I'll be on a summer schedule, I won't be in school. I'm teaching. So I will. My shop hours are going to change a little bit. So just also be on the lookout for that. I'll try to update and keep updating my website and all of my other social medias. So just be on the lookout. Look for my auctions. Look for my store hours to be updated, and feel free to stop by and buy some stuff. All right, Jay, I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic. Let me go over some comics, and I will. I'll just end this on going over a few comics because I got a lot of stuff I need to accomplish. All right. So looking through my stash, I found this Batman 423. Now this Batman 423, the reason I pulled this out of my stash is because of Batman's cape. So Todd McFarlane used to do Batman, and he revolutionized Batman's cape. Instead of it being some boring piece of cloth, he revolutionized Batman's cape and drew it like this. And let me tell you, if Batman wasn't awesome before, then he is definitely awesome with this cape. All right, that is for sure. And I don't know if I can take a weekend off, Jay. I'm pretty busy these days, trying to get stuff done and trying to survive. Here is a Peacemaker foil cover, and this is pretty dark and gruesome, but it's also a pretty cool cover. This is a foil cover and Peacemaker. What is he saying? Is there something on my face? Yeah, I would say there's something on your face, Peacemaker. And guys, you also have to forgive my voice for being somewhat groggy, but I was doing a lot of talking because we did Animazement yesterday. I kind of lead the show. Well, not kind of. I lead the show and announce everything and talk to the audience. And I did a lot of talking yesterday, so my voice is a little groggy at the moment. So if I sound funny, that's why I'm not. I don't have a cold or anything. I just probably sound funny with the groggy voice. I am going to show you guys. I can't show you all of these. Or maybe I can. But I have a Star Wars collection, Star Wars comic book collection. Um, I don't know about that, Jay. We'll see. We'll see. But that's a very kind offer. But we'll see. Star Wars. So the reason I pulled this out is because I just put out issues one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, and eight of Star Wars. And yes, I do have an issue number one. Issue number one of Star Wars. And issue number two. Number three. Excuse me for yawning. Number four. I'm just going to go through the rest real quick. Number one is the important one. Five, six. I believe I'm on six. Yeah, six, seven, and eight. So one through eight right here of Star Wars, but I'm pretty sure I've got to run all the way up in the 30s or something like that. Collecting comics and doing this is living a little for me, Jay. But thank you for your concern. But this is what I enjoy. I do love this. This is a vacation to me. This is relaxing. Jojo, how you doing? Yeah, I saw you at Animation too, Jojo. That was pretty cool. You missed my demo though. It's good to see you, Jojo. Thank you for joining the live. All right. Oh, I didn't even announce this, but this is Marvel premiere featuring Doctor Strange. Marvel premiere number 4. I've got the Vision and Scarlet Witch 1 through 8, I believe, in an 8-issue limited series, or is it 9 issues limited? Okay, this is weird. Oh, that's 9 and a 12. Okay, this is a 12 issue. I guess I don't have all of them. So I've got 1 through 9 in a 12 issue. Oh no, wait. 10, 11, and 12. I got all of them. I've got the entire run, 1 through 12, of the Vision and Scarlet Witch. So that is number 1. And number 2. I don't know if the other group got to see issue number 1. There's number 2. I'm just going to go through these pretty quickly. 3. In fact, I'm not going to go through all these. But just know that I have 1 through 12. If you don't believe me, I don't know why you wouldn't believe me. But there's number 12, final issue. In the background, you guys have probably seen Wonder Man's old costume. Let's see, over here. Right there, Wonder Man's old costume. Some of you might not know who Wonder Man is, but I'm hoping that they will have him in a movie sometime soon. He used to be one of my favorite characters, even though his costumes have usually been boring and dull, but the character himself is pretty awesome. So hopefully they'll have him in a Marvel movie at some point. All right, I'm about to show my age because, and I'm going to tell a quick story about this one too, about these two. Let's see. Way back in the day, me and my sister, used to, and then my sister was above me, and then my sister eventually, who was below me, We used to watch Saturday morning cartoons. And Saturday morning cartoons, I don't even know if they still have what's considered Saturday morning cartoons. But Saturday morning cartoons over the past few years are nothing like what they used to be. And I mean, we literally used to try to stay up all night just so we'd be up for the Saturday morning cartoons because we didn't want to oversleep and miss it. Especially, during the summer, we wouldn't have to focus on school or anything like that. Greg, it's good to see you, by the way. But we would stay up, we would eat, we would, Saturday morning cartoons would start at a certain time. It did. Oh my gosh, it hit different. You're not lying, Greg. Um, but or Glenn, sorry. I connected Glenn and Greg and got Greg. But you're not lying. but there were so many good cartoons that came out way back then. And we used to have a bowl of cereal. We stay up all night, and as soon as they went off, we would knock out. But we didn't miss it. I know it is, but Greg and Glenn and Hargis all meshed together in one word and came out as Greg. But I definitely know who you are, Glenn. And by the way, it was good to see you at an amazement. And thank you, Glenn, for giving me that Willy Wonka reference because I totally used that in my demo. Use that for my demo. But I like how I had you guys fooled in 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 thinking that I was walking with a cane and I was impaired. It might happen in a couple of months, but right now I'm still good. So, but I thought it was pretty funny that I fooled you guys into thinking that I was injured. I wanted to do my skit first because I didn't want to have to be on that cane like the whole time and then act like do my Yoda bit. But yeah, it was awesome. I got you, Glenn. I got you. I'm glad you were worried about me, but no, I'm good. As you said, I still got it. As you yelled out in the crowd, I think that was you that yelled that out. But yeah, I'm okay. All right, but yeah, back to Saturday morning cartoons. It was crazy back then. So anyway, one of my favorite shows for Saturday morning cartoons was the Super Friends, and the Super Friends had a conglomeration of different superheroes. Well, not a conglomeration. Yeah, conglomeration. Did I use that word right? It had a bunch of different superheroes, and I just loved it. It's part of what fueled my love for comics, as a matter of fact. But you had your characters like Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman, and then they added characters like Apache Chief, um, Black Vulcan, and who were some of those? The Samurai, I think it was. They added Jan and Jace and Gleep when they used to have Ben and Martin, no, Jill and Martin or something like that. But anyway, and then they went to uh, the Marvel Superpower or the the Superpower show or something like that, and it got a little darker. But the Super Friends was where for me was where it all started. So I got a few Super Friends comic books. I got a few Super Friends comic books, and this really took me way back to those days when me and my sister when my sisters used to watch, um, the Super Friends. So I thought I would bring those out and share them with you guys. They were so corny too back then. Now that I look back on them, they were corny. I remember Batman had a balloon batarang that he threw and wrapped around someone and inflated into a balloon and took them up in the sky. And I was like, back then I was like, yes, Batman, go. But now I'm like, are you serious? A balloonerang, really? But it's cool going back, watching that kind of stuff way back when. So yeah, I might go on a kick and sometimes just during the summer binge watch some Super Friends shows. Who knows? All right, I've got Mortal Kombat Baraka number one. Baraka from Mortal Kombat had his own comic book. I don't remember how many issues it was, but this is number one that I got. So yeah, and then I've got so Something That's Killing the Children is a very popular comic, or at least it used to be. I don't know if it still is. At least it used to be. I've got only a couple of the earlier issues, but I wish I had kept number one because number one blew up in price over the years. But this is just cool. I want to show this because I just think it's cool. So here's a cover to issue number 22, right? Um, this is, I think, a variant cover. Yes, it is a variant cover. And when you open it up, of course, when you open the mask part, you can see her face, which is cool. But the reason I pulled this out is because I have another variant cover that's bloodstained, and this is the bloody mask variant. And so when you open this one up, you also see her face. It's also stained with blood. A bit dark, but I love stuff like that. So um, yeah, that's it for all the comics I pulled for this session, guys. I've got a billion more comics to go through, and I've got some old stuff that I'm pricing and maybe putting in an auction, my online auction. I might try to do an online auction next week. I don't know. I might try to do an online auction next week, but you guys keep up with me so you can see what's going on here at the shop, what's going on with me, and you know, uh, yeah. And also, don't be shy in communicating and asking questions when you see me live because I do better interacting with people and responding to people than I do just talking my head off. So, by all means, ask questions, incite conversation, and I promise you I can pick it up from there. But for now, um, I'm going to reiterate the search for band members for my band on a Monday. Um, I am still looking for talented musicians who want to join the band permanently, and I want to do some shows. Of course, want to get MusicCon started back up and get some new bands in here, bring in some of the older bands, and start doing my shows regularly. So keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. But as far as on a Monday goes, I am excited and looking forward to starting practices, writing some songs, collaborating with my bandmates, and getting some stuff started. And who knows? I mean, I know I'm not the best singer in the world, but with a good band, I don't have to be because if everything meshes together, it all sounds good. It all sounds like a unit. And so everybody enhances everybody else. The drummer enhances the bass, enhances the singer, enhances the guitarist, enhances the backup vocals. It all works well together. So I'm looking to seriously um, delve into this, hardcore. Well, not hardcore, not hardcore as in hardcore music, but as in doing performances. As you guys know, I have a stage that I built. Even if we just do jam sessions here at the shop until we can get MusicCon started up in full swing, I would even be down for that. Um, Even if it's just on a Monday doing jam sessions live without. Oh, that's a good idea. Holy smokes. I just thought about that. What if my band on a Monday just did some live jam sessions live with no audience and, in between music ons and just did performances? I would totally be down for that. Totally. And it posts to social media. Holy smokes, that's a good idea. All right, so this is my problem, guys. My brain won't stop working. And I'm always coming up with new ideas and stuff to do. So I better get off this live before I come up with something else that's going to that's going to occupy my time. Four stars. For stars. I didn't speak to you, but hello. Thank you for joining in. But unfortunately, I'm about to get off, guys. So I will try to do another live stream tomorrow. Since it's Sunday, I'm going to try to do another live stream. So in the meantime, stop by Game Over, try to buy some stuff, try to support the shop, and look out for those new store hours that are coming very, very, very soon. And even talented musicians, hit me up if you want to join on a Monday. Um, you know, just to have some fun with being in a band and jamming and playing music. Um, and I look forward to all of it. All right. Thank you guys who got on my live stream. It's great talking to you guys. And hopefully, um, I'll see you guys sometime in the very near future. Until then, this is Sensei here at Game Over, and I'm out.